Hello, I'm Thomas Rembert, and I'm currently reporting to you from downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm standing in front of the Performing Arts Center, and behind me is the statue entitled The Indian Ballerina by J. Amelia. This bronze sculpture on the round is one of Amelia's many works. Amelia is a local Tulsan artist and a member of the Watercolor USA Honor Society. Amelia is well known in the area for his many sculptures and paintings, gaining him induction into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame in 1999. This particular work was commissioned by the city of Tulsa for $80,000 for placement outside the Performing Arts Center in 1982. The statue was originally titled Four Moons, as a tribute to the Four Moons Ballet created for the 1967 Oklahoma Indian Ballerina Festival. The performance was created to showcase 5 world-renowned Native American ballerinas from the Tulsa area. The term Four Moons refers to the 4 tribes represented by the 5 ballerinas: Shawnee, Peoria, Choctaw, and Osage. 2 of the ballerinas were sisters from the Osage tribe, hence only 4 moons from the 5 ballerinas. Visually, the first thing to observe is the contrapposto created by the ballerina's captured pose. You can almost feel the weight of the dancer as well as her motion, suggested from the flowing skirt and strained muscles. This angle shows that strain in her bicep muscles and neck tendons. This strain implies that the muscles are being used, leading to the idea of motion. This implied motion creates a sense of drama, very similar to Hellenistic style sculptures, much like that of the winged Nike or winged Victory marble sculpture of Athena Nike from the Greek Hellenistic period. In this sculpture, Athena's outstretched wings and billowing clothing suggest an atmosphere of action. This implied action fosters a stronger feeling of motion within the work. Closer inspection of individual body parts reveals a strong sense of realism and naturalism in which the skin and muscles are portrayed. For example, let's take a closer look at her face. Her gaunt figure reveals a clear bone structure beneath her skin, which seems wrinkled and stretched, possibly suggesting age or fatigue. The definition of her eyes and mouth are what develop her emotional state. Overall, the downward slope of the mouth, the risen eyebrows, and her slightly droopy eyelids make you feel tired, exhausted, or even sorrowful. Another Hellenistic influence can be seen in this portrayed emotion. For example, recall the Hellenistic sculptures of Laocoon and his 2 sons and the frieze of Athena battling with Alcyoneus on the Pergamon altar. Their emotions are clearly visible and suggest much pain and agony. This is a step away from the classical emotionless ideal face. Instead, more lifelike interpretations of the human body are coming in. In this particular case, it can be seen through the facial expressions and emotions of the characters in this Hellenistic sculpture, again contributing to this idea of a Hellenistic representation of high drama and strong emotion. From this angle, you can see the realistic tensing of her leg muscles. Notice the clearly visible lines on her thigh and the tendons on her calf. This sense of strain, along with the curling of her toes and the bridge of her foot, again suggests that sense of gravity weighing down on her as she dances. Also, the armband on her upper arm and the feather in the back of her hair are elements suggesting her Native American culture. And while this is not specifically clear, the 5 concrete cylinders surrounding and supporting the dancer could symbolize the 5 dancers that this sculpture commemorates. Stepping back from the sculpture, we're able to notice one more thing, and that is the exaggeration of her figure. Notice her very long legs and arms, which are accentuated by enlarged hands and feet. Also, her neck is way too long for a normal human. Well, at least I've never seen anyone with that long of a neck. This exaggeration of the human body is a continual theme throughout the history of art, exposing the human mind's natural tendency to exaggerate the human body into impossible shapes or proportions. From the very beginning of art, as seen in the Venus of Willendorf, the body has been exaggerated almost beyond recognition. Contrarily, the method of exaggeration in a classical sense was one of ideal muscular bodies that were physically impossible to attain. While the method or subject of the exaggeration can vary greatly, the fundamental existence of this tendency to exaggerate, in whatever way the mind desires, is what is constantly present. I chose the sculpture because of its unique representation of the human body, in this case during dance. I'm captivated by Amelia's ability to combine extreme details of the body, such as muscles, facial features, and hair, along with the emotions implied from the body's position and fluid motion to create a Hellenistic-style sculpture full of emotion.